Hi, welcome to White Wolf Yoga and to our beginner series. So today we're going to be looking at going with the flow. We're going to begin in a nice comfortable seated position. So you can either start with the legs crossed, but if that isn't comfortable, feel free to outstretch the legs in front of the body. If you prefer to kneel as well, that's an option. I've got a little block with me today. Now this isn't essential for the class, but it can be quite nice. If you struggle with sitting up nice and tall, it can be quite useful to maybe just place underneath the hips, just to give yourself some support through seated. If you haven't got a block, a cushion or a rolled up blanket will do the same job. So then, we'll begin seated comfortably, releasing our hands down onto our knees or into your lap, either way. We'll see if we can turn the palms upwards. This just helps to promote some openness into the chest, into the heart. We'll feel those shoulders roll down away from the ears, spine nice and tall. Helping to support the spine using the abdominal muscles, so we'll draw the belly button in towards the body. And the head just relaxed on top of the shoulders. If you feel comfortable, close the eyes. And with the eyes closed, we'll just take a moment to connect to our natural rhythm of breath. So at this stage of the class, we're not really trying to control the breath in any particular way. We're just observing how we breathe. Right now, are you breathing from the nose or from the mouth? As you inhale, which part of the body do you feel rise? And as you exhale, which part of the body do you feel fall? How about the rhythm of the breath? The pace of the breath? Just taking a few moments to really connect. This helps us to draw our mind away from whatever's been going on through the day. And just draw it into the moment and into the practice. And it's something that as much as we can, we'll try and maintain this connection through the next 20 minutes. One thing though, don't put any pressure on yourself to stay with the breath. It's difficult and it takes practice. So if you find the mind wandering, know that that's completely normal. If you notice the mind where it's gone, let it go then and see if you can bring it back. Watching that breath moving through the body. We're going to see today if we can match the movement of the body with the movement of the breath. Inhale, lifting and lengthening through the spine. And then as we exhale, we're going to drop the left ear down towards the left shoulder. Just opening out along the right side of the neck. Maybe go a little bit deeper and draw that right shoulder further down towards the floor. If you tend to hold on to tension in the jaw or in the eyes, open the mouth slightly and soften the gaze. Let the head hang, working with gravity, working with breath. Inhale, we'll bring the head all the way back to center, and then as we exhale, we'll go the other way. Right ear down towards the right shoulder. Left side of the neck opens and releases. Draw that left shoulder down if you want a little bit more. Try and maintain that length and openness of the spine and of the chest. Inhale to bring the head all the way back to center, and then as we exhale, we'll tilt the chin up towards the ceiling, allowing the weight of the head to fall back. Can we give the heart a little push forward to me, and then give it a lift up towards the sky? Shoulders stay relaxed away from the ears. Inhale, the head moves through center, and exhale, we'll draw the chin down towards the chest. Holding and breathing here. This is probably the movement of the neck that most of us are going to feel the most. It's getting right in from the base of the skull, down the sides of the neck and through into the upper back. So this part of the body tends to store a lot of stress, a lot of tension, especially if we spend a lot of time on our phones or on the computers, driving as well. This part of the body stores, manifests all of that tightness. So we're just spending a little few breaths here to try and ease it away. Next inhale, we'll pick the head all the way up on top of the shoulders again, realign the head. Open the eyes if the eyes are still closed. And taking the next inhale, we'll draw the arms all the way up into the sky, lengthening the sides of the body. Inhale, lengthen, and as we exhale, we're going to take the left hand towards the outside of the right leg, bringing the right hand around behind the back. Inhale as we lift and lengthen. Exhale as we twist and turn. Let's take another couple of breaths here as we can. Inhale to grow taller, and exhale to twist a little deeper. Inhale, lengthen. If you feel there's room, exhale, twist and hold. See if you can direct that movement of breath now down to the belly, so that on an inhale you feel the belly expand, and on an exhale you feel the belly relax. So this twist helping to mobilize into our spine, increase flexibility. But when combined with that slow, deep abdominal breathing, it's going to give us a nice massage into the intestines, so our abdominal organs get a nice detoxify. With the next exhale, we release, come back to center, taking an inhale, arms draw all the way back up. And then we'll drop the right hand to the outside of that left leg. We'll bring the left hand around behind the back. Use that back arm for support, scaffolding for the body. We'll inhale, lengthen, and exhale, twist. Keep those shoulders nice and open. Another couple of breaths. Inhale, lengthen, and exhale, twist. If the space is there, another breath. Inhale to grow, exhale to twist. Nice, with the exhale we'll release, we'll come back to center on the inhale and draw the arms all the way back up into the sky. We'll just stretch out those wrists, twirl the hands one way, twirl them the other. And then we're going to take ourselves from seated up into all fours. So any way that works for you. We'll just bring ourselves into that tabletop position. So we've got the shoulders, elbows and wrists aligned. Fingers are spread nice and wide. Knees placed directly underneath the hips and the toes are flat. Let's just open up through a couple of rounds of cow and cat. Pushing down through the hands and the tops of the feet. Lift the heart forward. Inhale into a cow stretch. And then as we exhale, pull the navel in towards the spine and round the back all the way off and into cat. Starting to see if we can find that rhythm. Movement of the breath with movement of the body. Inhale to push up. Exhale to press back. Let's go once more on either side. One complete breath. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale now takes us into neutral spine, and the exhale takes us to child's pose. So the hips push back towards the heels, the belly and the chest soften over the thighs. We maybe extend the fingers towards the top of the mat and drop the head down towards the floor. Breathe. Continue with that rhythm of breath. Breathe in if you can, for the most part, in and out through the nose, and this just helps to cleanse, to purify the air as it enters the body. And we'll keep that belly moving as we breathe. Like a balloon, on the inhale, inflates, and on the exhale, it deflates. And this slow, deep abdominal breathing really helps us to draw more oxygen, so therefore more energy into the body. And this method of breathing also activates the nervous system's mode of rest and relaxation. So it'll keep the mind nice and calm, but the body energized. Let's gaze forward. Inhale, roll up into tabletop. And as we exhale, we're going to take a position called knees, chest, chin. So we squeeze the elbows in towards the ribs. Use the top of the arms for support to the upper body as you lower the chin and the chest down towards the ground. Hips stay lifted towards the sky. Slide those legs back, scoop the chin and chest through as we lift into a baby cobra. There's no weight in the hands. We're hugging the elbows in and pressing down through the hips and the toes. Really good pose for strengthening into the lower back and opening along the front line of the body. Inhale as we push up into tabletop, and exhale takes us back into child's pose. So we'll try that mini flow just a few times. Looking forward. Inhale as we roll up tabletop. Exhale down, knees, chest, chin. Look forward. Inhale, scoop up. Cobra. Exhale, wave it back from cobra all the way on that exhale back to child's pose. Nice, let's go twice more. Inhale, tabletop. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, child's pose. Last one, if we can, just like this. Inhale into tabletop. Exhale down to knees, chest, chin. Look forward. Inhale, slide those legs back, scoop the chin and chest up, cobra. And exhale, push back into our child's pose. Relax and breathe. Noticing with that more dynamic movement, maybe any changes to the flow and the rhythm of the breath. Use this time here to reconnect to the breath. Maybe to find again some control, directing that breath through the nose and through the belly. Almost pushing the reset button, the re-energize button. A little bit different on this next flow. I'm going to offer as well a further option if you feel like going a little deeper. Always just an option though, so see how you feel through the body and do what feels right, what feels kind. Let's inhale as we roll up into our tabletop. Again, exhale down to knees, chest, chin. Look forward and inhale, scoop up. So we were doing baby cobra before. No weight in the hands. We're using the strength of the core and the back to give us that lift. If you feel fine here and you want a bit more, then take the hands further down the chest, press into the hands and push up into a full up dog position. The toes are flat against the ground. Shoulders draw away from the ears. The elbows still squeezing towards the ribs. Inhale from our cobra or our up dog. This time as we exhale, we're going to turn on the toes and press back into down dog. Keep it nice and easy. Pedal through the heels as you start to pick the hips up towards the sky. Notice how the hamstrings are feeling, and if you want to hang out on a particular leg for a few extra breaths if it's feeling especially tight right now. And as you work into the hamstrings, we can also maybe move the hips side to side, see how we're feeling into the waist and into the ribs. Relax the head, eye gaze between the legs towards the back of the room, and maybe give the head a little shake. Nice and softly side to side, and a couple of times up and down. And then we'll walk those feet forward towards the hands, all the way into fold at the top of the mat. Relax and breathe here, just letting the arms dangle down towards the floor. The knees can be as straight or as bent as you like. Watch for any feeling of stress or strain in the hamstrings, in the hips, in the lower back. Should feel like a nice stretch. That's what we're aiming for. Like a good release and stretch, but never beyond that. We're always looking to avoid any strain or any pain. From our forward fold, we'll inhale, lift and lengthen into that flat back position, head at hip height. Engage the core, muscles around the kneecaps nice and strong. From our halfway point, we'll press down through the soles of the feet and inhale the arms up into the sky, into prayer. And as we exhale, take the hands all the way down, past the heart. And we'll bring our arms down to the side of the body into mountain pose. Okay, from mountain pose position. Nice and strong, nice and long from head to toe. Let's just finish today with a little bit of balance. So we'll take our right leg as the standing leg to start with. Making sure that we've got a straight line running through the hip, through the knee, through the ankle. This right leg nice and strong, the sole of the right foot rooting us down into the ground, into the air. And then we'll bring the left foot into position. There's a few options here. We can keep the left toes on the floor. That's the easiest option. It can be a little easier still if you go near a wall or near a chair, something to grab onto. If that's fine, you want to go a little bit deeper, you could slide the left foot to the inside of the calf. If you want more again, avoid the knee, but take that left foot on the inside of the right thigh. This option, if you're taking it, the foot's on the inner thigh, there's a bit more meat, more muscle here that you can press this foot into for support. But watch if you do that this isn't happening. So I'm pushing that foot so deeply into the thigh that it's shifting this hip out of alignment. So you want to press the thigh back into the foot so that we stay nice and aligned through the body. Maybe this left knee, we can draw it back a little as the hips open. We'll find a focal point for our eye gaze to rest on. Heart nice and open, core engaged. Perhaps we can bring the hands away from the hips and into prayer at the heart. Okay, so either maintaining stillness through the pose, or bringing that movement of the body with the movement of the breath as we inhale, arms reach up. And we exhale, take the hands down. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands down. Inhale, arms like branches of the tree extending up into the sky. And exhale, all the way down. Back through, prayer, and onto the hips. We'll release that left leg out and plant the left sole of the foot down into the floor. Give that right leg a little shake off if it needs. Okay, preparing to move onto the opposite side, so left leg engaged. Right foot into position, inner ankle, inner calf, or inner thigh. Avoid the knee always. You want to make sure that we don't put any pressure on the joints. Okay, so for me, this is feeling a little too deep. I've got a dodgy right knee at the moment, so I'm going to take it much more gentle. I'm going to bring that foot down to the floor. Just a reminder, if you're pushing against the thigh, don't forget to push the thigh back into the foot so that we've got that alignment running through the body. Eye gaze fixed, hands into prayer at the heart. Core active. Maintain and hold the stillness, or breathe through it. Inhale. And exhale. Another couple. Find your own rhythm of breath. You might feel like slowing it down. You might feel like speeding it up. Listen to the body and move however you feel like. On that last exhale, we'll release the hands all the way down, past our heart and onto the hips. And then we'll take that right leg away, plant the right foot back down, give the legs a little shake off, arms by the side, and we'll just finish with one last breath together. Rooting through the soles, inhale, arms all the way up into the sky, hands come into prayer, and as we exhale, we'll take the hands through and down, past the heart. Namaste.